This one looking a little more official, if not a little marked up. This side looks pretty good. There you go. Well, this will get me started on Route 66. I've been looking forward to this trip for a while. Maybe not Chicago, but for a while. Well, I did find a place to park, but I want to tell you, parking sucks in Chicago. What I should have taken was the Metro, but oof, this is big city. I knew better, but I thought, you know what, I have a goal. Let's see if we can make it happen. And there we are. We've got a Coke and a Chicago dog is happening right there. Look at that. Oh my. Yeah, that looks good. Don't mind if I do. Mic check, mic check, mic check. There we go. I think we got sound again. All right, we are flying by the seat of our pants like always. Welcome to Happy Hour. Bill said nope, no sound, but I think you guys have sound now. Do you not? I think. Yes, I see a yay from Gary there. Now we got sound. Cowboy Biker Adventures says, yeah, sound is back. Good. A little mic trouble here. I did everything and set everything up, and then, you know, as it will happen sometimes, you go live and that's it. You don't get any. You're committed now. I didn't want to set. Thanks to Gary who gave me a call on the cell phone and said, you got no sound. You got no sound. I'll send you a bill for the phone call after the show. There you go. Thanks, Gary. I appreciate it. Oh my gosh. Gosh darn it. Sometimes it goes that way. Thanks for hanging in there. I managed to show all of my videos to start with, just so I could see if I could round up another mic. And looks like we got it. But X Fired Up's going to get first in the house. Let's say hi real quick to Bill. RV Living Life. There is Mr. Gary right there. Tom and Lori RV Life. They are sponsoring the show tonight right there. How's that? How's that for that? That is my cup of the night right there. Oh. Sassy pants for you. There's Miss Jen right there. Bubba, say hi to everybody here real quick and see. And Miss Angela right there. Is he talking to us? Yes. Yes. Brian McCullough is in the house. Glad to have you here. Oh my gosh. Miss Carol is here also. Can't hear you yet. Yeah, no, I'm going back over the old messages. You guys were trying to tell me, and I was still setting up in the background there. The silent treatment, Brian. There it is right there. I killed my Windows updates. Enough of that. I just did an update. I think it was yesterday or the day before yesterday. And there you go again. I don't know what it is about their updates that kills my microphones. And but it is a microphone killer, apparently. So thanks again to Gary and letting us know. I saw Tom and Lori were trying to call in, but I was already on top of it at that point. But yeah, no, so yeah, you guys were letting me know. Glad to have you all here. If I missed your name, I apologize. But we have to get on. We're late. So let's see if we can't. I got to say hi to Miss Pearl right there. Life with Lenny is in the house. Everyone, the practical joke worked. He thought the sound was off. Good job, everybody. I like it. And you guys would do that too. You guys would send me into a panic just like that. I know you would. Don't encourage them. Do not encourage. No. That would be. I'm telling you, I set up my mics. Everything was great, and all of a sudden I start talking to you, and nothing. We got nothing. So we have updates on what I've been doing for the past couple weeks. I've missed you guys. I have not been on in weeks. I was telling everybody before, when you couldn't hear me, I was actually in Howe, Indiana at the Thousand Trails there. I barely had enough cell signal to make a phone call. And I just could not sign on. Even Don's lives there, and I always try to make those, and I apologize, Don. Could not. I haven't even been able to watch your last one, and unfortunately, now I am kind of back in the signal. So we're on the road again, and making our way towards Route 66. I shared some of those videos with you. And let's see if I can't share a couple more with you. Having trouble with the internet. Oh, I'm glad I'm not the only one. Are you guys back in the U.S.? Congrats. Congrats and getting back into the United States. So I have not checked in on you guys to see where you're at. But Chehalis, Washington. Beautiful place. I've been there before. Oh, yeah, and don't start spinning circles on me. I have got a jacket on. I don't know if the jacket is more for it. There's a little chill, which is kind of nice, starting to get out of the high heat and humidity. But I'm also keeping the bugs off of me because where I'm at here, yeah, just a few mosquitoes, just a few. Tom and Lori asking if Pearl, did you bring Bob back into the U.S. with you, or did you leave him up there? Must have put the RV on a plane, says Gary. No, that is Miss Pearl. She is a driving boss. I mean, between her and Miss Bonnie, and Miss Bonnie would be here tonight. She's getting her nails done. She's getting new fingertips, and so she said to say hi to everybody. But let's see here. I did get over to, if I can find the video files, I did get over to the Motorhome Hall of Fame in Elkhart, Indiana, this week, or last week, I should say. And that was a fun trip. So let's see if I've got a little video to share with you guys on that one. Where are you? Oh boy. Really? Let's go down here. There we go. You cannot come to Elkhart, Indiana without coming to the RV Motorhome Museum. That's what I've been told. I'm going to head in and take a look. And I did. Let's see. Now I have my video is mixed up here, so I'll be might be a little off. Let's see. How about this one? There is a lot at the museum. Great seeing it all. It's by no means complete, but it is interesting. Very cool place. Oh, there's one. You know what? We weren't done with that one. I found one that I could actually. Let's try that one. Here. I'm glad that I stopped by here. Definitely worth the look if you're in Elkhart, Indiana. All right, guys. We'll see you next time. Live life full time. Take care, guys. Read. A little quick reading there. So, you know what? I did not expect to see, and I wonder if I can find that video file, because I did not expect to see a certain coach that's in the museum. And let's see if I think this is it. Now, if you're familiar with Mark and Latricia, this was their 84 Bluebird Wander Lodge. And this was before the time that I was watching them. See if I can, there we go. Pretty nice coach. It was a beautiful coach. Now, I wasn't watching their videos back then, so not really sure how much of this work they did on this themselves, but something tells me that there was a lot of stuff that has been modified by them. Beautiful coach. How many of you remember them back in the days when they had this rig? I would love to go back and see some of their old videos,
including a very upgraded electrical system. Those are lithium batteries and dual Victrons. Wow.
Yeah, I don't know how long ago that was, but that was impressive, I have to say. You know, I started watching. That had to be. How do we get there? We go. So we went to Shipshewana, but not Elkhart. Yeah, Elkhart is the RV manufacturer capital of the world. I dared believe. I think I saw it wrote there. There's more RVs built in Elkhart than anywhere else in the world. And even Thor, I kind of looked up to see if I could get into Thor to see the manufacturing process on a tour. And I think they had 10 plants doing I want to say at least 5 or 6 different models per plant, and it was just kind of mind-boggling when I saw that. So the unfortunate thing was I did not make it to any of them because none of them allow filming. You can't go in there and film, and that's really what I wanted to do, is just kind of show you that. And darn it, yeah, every one that I went to, each manufacturer, as I went down the list for their tours, that was a rule on their tours, is you couldn't film their manufacturing process. So unfortunately, I have seen the manufacturing process. I worked for Beaver Coaches for a number of years, and I have seen it from start to finish. And it is a fascinating process. So, but if I can't show you, that doesn't do me any good. And so I was a little disappointed in that. But I would say that if you've never been on a manufacturer's tour and gone through the plant and watched how they build these things up, it is I could highly recommend that if you're looking for something to do for a day. And they don't charge anything for it, but they do limit the tour size depending on where you're going. And so you'll have to make sure that you sign up early for the tours. So definitely worth it, though. Now Thousand Trails, Howe, Indiana, don't plan on, and bring your internet with you. Bring, if you've got Starlink, if you've got, but it was, I can't say anything really bad about that place, because it was a great place to stay. Really enjoyed it. They do a lot of partying at that park, I will say. I don't know if I just hit it at the right time or what. But yeah, they do a little bit of partying there. So let's see if I can find you another video here. There was one that I thought was really interesting. I hadn't seen it in years, and let me see if I can find it from the. Let's see, is
This
that
is
it?
probably something that's about what I grew up with as a kid. Very similar. Those curtains cover the bedrooms on each end, and then this made into a bed. That probably makes into a bed. This little travel trailer can sleep about 4 more adults than my own motorhome can. So,
And that's the truth.
and that is an ice box. It looks like a refrigerator, but the only way to make it cold is put a block of ice in it. the little, I don't know if I can zoom in on that faucet, but that's a little pump handle, and you actually pumped it with your hand. You pumped the water by hand to give yourself water. Hot and cold wasn't an option.
Yeah, I can sleep 4 in my rig. That little travel trailer can sleep more adults than my rig can. So Gary says his is sleep 2. Yeah. It's a lot of fun going through there. That wasn't the video that I was looking for. I think it was after that I found it. How many people remember the ice box, though? I mean, kids nowadays probably aren't going to remember that, but I certainly do. And it didn't have a refrigerator per se. The ice box, literally, you got a block of ice when you went to the store, put it there in the refrigerator, and that would last for a couple days and keep things relatively cold. It worked. Let's see if that's the one. Is that the one?
This 62 Mallard is walking along. I've actually been watching for it, and this one actually has it in here. One of the sketchy things they used to do back in the day, including the pickup camper that we moved up to when we turned in the pop-up trailer, one of the things they used to do is a gas light. That is propane, and obviously it hasn't been lit, but that worked just like your old gas lanterns for running your light in your coach. And this was also a source of heat. It would warm up the inside. Can't imagine anybody doing that today, but that's what they used to do back when. So this is the first one that I've seen where the gas lantern hasn't really been swapped out. I'm looking at the roof up above, and it doesn't seem like it's burnt too badly. And that was one of the things that the ceiling used to do right above these gas lanterns. There was a lot of heat going up there.
Yours had a milk door. No kidding. How many people remember those lanterns inside the rig? Something we would not see nowadays. Let's see. What do I got here? See if I can get back on the screen here. There we go. Yeah, yours had a milk door. I don't remember a milk door. Our first house had a milk door. Yeah, I do remember the milk coming on the front porch. So I do remember. So it must have been something along that line. I'm here to tell you these gas lanterns, milk doors, things like this, these kids will not ever know the dangers we lived in just to recreate, to go out camping with the family and have basically a death lantern inside the rig to keep you warm, and somehow we survived it. My first seatbelt, that was Mom's left hand or right hand, excuse me, reaching across the seat. That was my first seatbelt. And I remember that reach. Yeah, no. Hey. But we got a fascinating place. I really enjoyed the. I've got more footage of that, but really enjoyed uh, the motorhome RV museum there. They have, if you're ever in Elkhart again, you want to go there, you can stay. They have a massive, huge parking lot. Guys, I don't know what they plan or what they do, but this parking lot is probably 2 or 3 Walmart parking lots with hardly a car in it. They have RV hookups in the landscaping around it so that you can plug in. They have water, and there is a nominal charge to stay there overnight, but I saw a number of people doing it, and it made it really easy to go there and stay at the RV museum. So that was so high tech. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, we had we had the gas lights. Yeah, Dad, copper through the house, the lights, cooking, and the fridge. Yeah, it was a different time. It was a different time. Now that was one thing I didn't see. I didn't see fifth wheels represented at the RV museum, and I did not see pickup campers. But we went from a pop-up tent trailer to a pickup camper that also had that gas light in it for both heat and for light. And I remember it. I remember it as a day as long. So, how we survived it. How we survived it. Oh, I've never seen that one. Yeah. No. It was a fascinating trip, though. That was the other thing. The RV museum didn't have pickup campers. Nothing there, but lots of fun stuff in there to go around and see. So, can recommend it. Can recommend it. So, I did get over to Route 66, and we're going to be starting that this in September here. I'm about a week away, but from Chicago to, yes, enough said right there. Enough said. Absolutely. From Chicago to Albuquerque. Now, it does go all the way, what's left of it anyway. You have to follow other highways now, and get off the beaten path. A lot of the old Route 66 is gone. It's now secondary roads to a few highways to get you to Albuquerque, and I will try to drive some of them and try to get to some of the places that it used to wind through and take you to. So I'm looking to do that. And the first thing on Route 66 that I got to do was get a Chicago dog right there at the beginning. And then I went a little bit farther down the road to Joliet. Now, trying to get out of and follow Route 66 out of Chicago, yeah, it is not easy. So it actually became kind of a challenge to see if I could just make it out alive. But did manage to make it down into Joliet by evening time for dinner. And let's see if I can show you what we're doing for dinner. I mean, this is Chicago after all. And that one right there. All right, let's see. I'm just going to share these with you because I don't have an actual video made up. So again, these are kind of out of order here, guys.
Now, I only had one recommendation from somebody for pizza. So before I leave Chicago, it's time to get some pizza.
Yes, sir. And let's see. Let's go inside and we can see what was for dinner. I never had a Chicago pizza before. That was new.
And I figure this and a beer will probably fit the bill since it's about happy hour.
Let's see. Did I do it on this one?
And I couldn't help but spot the Chicago Classic right there. That's what we're making happen. Oh, yeah.
Where are you?
Well, thank you.
Good.
My name is Justin. I'm taking care of you today.
Thanks.
Anything to drink start yet?
Oh,
Yeah. You have Coors Light on draft?
I don't have it on draft.
let's see. Not that one. Let's see. That one will do it right there.
Okay, we got Chicago deep dish happening here. This is their classic. I think it has a bunch of stuff on it. Looks like everything is covered up. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. Can I do this with two hands? Or with one hand? That looks fantastic. I guess the classic has pepperoni and looks like green pepper, mushroom, onions. Looks good. I'm digging in. Almost need to eat that with a fork. Yeah. I've made. So what's different about a Chicago pizza? They put first of all, there's more cheese than I've seen on any pizza. That is awesome. This one's deep dish. I believe that's standard. But they put the sauce on top. They put all of the ingredients. The toppings aren't toppings here. They're bottomings. But it's absolutely delicious. And I could see myself making a Chicago pizza at some point. It's really good.
There you go. They build their pizzas upside down. Now, guys, I've traveled all around the country. I've never seen upside down pizzas before. So this was kind of different for me. But I can take the challenge. At some point I'm gonna have to try. I love making my own pizza. I've never made one upside down. And so there you go. Anyway, I had to make that stop, my second stop on Route 66. And if you're wondering where that pizza place is, there's actually a number of them in Chicago. I went to the one in Joliet, which is right there following Route 66 out of Chicago. And I am where I am right now. I'm going to be, after I leave here, heading over there to Joliet to get back on the trail and head down. So I basically just took the truck into Chicago, and that was good enough for me. I absolutely would not recommend bringing an RV into Chicago. And honestly, what I normally do at these big cities is I park on the outskirts of the city. I get on the metro and ride the metro in. I can't recommend that enough. I did drive in, and I am just going to say that I was not a happy camper driving in Chicago. Let's see if I can find that video here. There we go.
Well, I did find a place to park, but I want to tell you, parking sucks in Chicago. What I should have taken was the metro, but oof, this is big city. I knew better, but I thought, you know what, I have a goal. Let's see if we can make it happen. So I have had a goal probably since I started full-time traveling, and it's one of my bucket list items, and that is traveling Route 66 for the entire route. I am headed to the start of Route 66, which is right around the corner here. You do have to come to Chicago. I would not, however, drive back down here again. Probably be a good idea to take the metro in and just walk over to the start.
I can guarantee you I was not a happy camper being in Chicago. You you got that right. Worse yet, I drove, and you guys know that I don't know why I did it. I thought, you know what, I'm on a road trip. I want to drive it. I felt like I wanted to drive Route 66 out. What I didn't realize is I'm not exactly sure where the old highway was coming out of Chicago. I did find the sign and the start to Route 66, but trying to get out of Chicago and follow it, at a certain point, it just became, it was a matter of survival. I'm just gonna say. So let's see if we can show there.
Looking a little more official, if not a little marked up. This side looks pretty good.
I don't know how they do it, Bob.
Go.
I'm right there with you. I just don't even know how they do it.
So this will get me started on Route 66. I've been looking forward to this trip for a while. Maybe not Chicago, but for a
while. Yeah, not Chicago. But it was a matter of survival getting out. But once you get into Joliet, now you get into a little calmer sailing. Route 66 does go down through St. Louis and then takes you all right on down through to Oklahoma City. I think it passes through a couple of cities on the way. I don't know exactly how much I'm going to do in St. Louis, but I plan on following the route, and that's really my goal. I've seen St. Louis a couple times now, and I'll probably, other than staying there overnight at the casino, want to, as soon as possible, get back on the route and following it on down. So I'm looking forward to it, guys. I really am. And this is one of those things that I've thought about for years and years, even before I was full-timing. So to get to go and handle this and take this route. I have done all of the route from Albuquerque over to Santa Monica, but I have never been east of Albuquerque. So looking forward to doing Route 66 and making this bucket list item happen. So this is my bucket list items are one of the things that I'm kind of knocking out little by little as I've started full timing back in 2017, and I'm still tackling bucket list items. So I know Bob and Pearl and WCRV Adventures, Dawn, and all of you guys went to Alaska. That is somehow, some way, I will make that happen someday. I just not exactly sure how I'm going to make that happen. So, Tigner Adventures in the house. Glad to have you here. Yeah, I've been saying that too. I want to do Route 66 someday, and someday is here, and look forward to making that happen. So, I'm going to be trying to take as much as I can. I'll be showing it, filming it, and I will be stopping at those places along the way that are reinvented, you might say. I've seen a lot of that from Albuquerque to Santa Monica, so I have no doubt that I will see it on the way to Albuquerque from here. And some places that have fallen into disrepair and are gone. I've seen plenty of those. That's kind of the stuff that I'm interested in. Both of them. I want to see it. I want to see what's there. So really excited about this trip. But we're gonna go ahead and just update everybody on the and all of the teams this year. I'm going to go ahead. Let's see if I can't share that real quick. And then if we have a little bit more time, I will see if I've got any more videos that I want to share with you guys. And are you going to ride going to ride a disc down a dune? So I've seen the pictures of the dunes, and yes, they do have those, but a lot of them are grass covered. So I don't know if they do that there or not. Is that something that you guys are familiar with? I don't know. So let's see if I can share though. Share screen. Let's see if I can bring it up here. Here's our fantasy. We just had our draft as of last Saturday. Everybody has picked their teams, and in no particular order, these are your teams for this year. These are all the folks that'll be playing this year. We have two new folks that are along for the ride. Simpler RV Life. That is Jeff, and glad to have him across. Cowboy Travelers, Terry. Glad to have you along as well. It's hopefully you guys enjoy it and have fun. Hard Yard, Mr. Lenny coming back. Life with Lenny coming back this year. Oblong Balls, Mr. Gary right there, doing it again. He's going to try to get his championship. Desert Gypsy, Miss Bonnie is back for this year. Glad to have her back on. Sassy Pants for you. There's Miss Jen. She was actually excited and went to the draft and drafted her own team. And okay, I may have taught her a little bit too well. I'm just going to say, because she drafted her own team. She got an A+ on her team picks. And I'm just going to throw it out there. Her predictions for the year are 15 wins, 0 losses. That they give you a little report card after the draft to tell you how well that you did. And yeah, I've had to hear about that one just a little bit. I myself, I think I got a B+, something like that. I'm supposedly projected to have 8 wins, 7 losses. Flying Monkey and Smoke Eaters, Howard and Cindy, HC Carefree Highway. Glad to have you guys on again this year. Wandering Stars, there's Mr. Don. He is a past champion as well, and he is going to be trying to get that trophy for the end of the year. And of course, I will be in it. So look forward to the new season, and happy to see everybody along for the ride this year. I will be sharing those and updating those as well. Let's see. There we go.
And there we are. We've got a couple.
There. No, that is not what we did. There we go. Come on. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, watch out. I'm tied for first place in the NFL pool. Watch out. There you go. You know, Gary, I'm glad to have you along again this year. I had to talk him into to joining in, and he did so well that he ended up taking the overall, and he is a past season champion. And was that your first year out, Gary? I don't remember, but yeah, very impressive. It just goes to show you, you do not have to know how to play football or watch the games. It's fun. And everything is pretty much provided to you for information. And then you just have to make some smart picks each week. And it's anybody's ball game when the games come around. So yeah, it's not. We're not seeing the NFL. Still see Chicago. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. You'll still get the updates, even if you don't. There have been seasons where I've hardly watched a game, and it's not like you have to watch the games. You every week you're given updates on the app to make your team picks, and you pretty much have everything you need to play the game. So, yeah, good luck to everybody out there. But I think that is going to wrap it up for this year. There you go, Jen. Yep. Yeah, she's hard to live with right now. I'm here to tell you. So we'll see how she goes. We'll see how she does in the for the upcoming season. So exciting to do it. All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up for this week. And I am so glad to be back. So glad to touch bases with you guys again. It has been weeks and weeks, I know. Next week is open mic night. I'll be throwing out the link if you want to join us and come on and share along. Open mic nights are one of my favorite nights. And you never know who you're going to see there. So if you're not familiar with open mic nights and you're not too shy, just come on and say hi to everybody. It'll be good to have you on. So Hopefully, we'll see everybody next week. Have safe trips, safe travels, everybody. There it is right there. There you go, Gary. Give Gary the last word of the night. And we will. I hear a train. I don't know where it is, but anyway. All right, guys. Miss Angela says good night, friends. Carry on traveling. Everybody travel safe. We will see you guys next time. Next week. I don't know where I'm going to be next week. I do not have, that's the other thing about this Route 66. I do not have it pre-planned. I am going by the seat of my pants. I am not exactly sure where I'm going to be when you guys see me. So we will see you guys next week. Take care, guys. Bye-bye. And hopefully that train isn't coming through.